Neal, we know all about Boreham Wood's good form, but I suppose it has to end somewhere.
Yeah, of course. We're at home. We've got to believe and expect to try and go and win the game. But like you say, I don't think they've lost in 2023 in the league. I think they've had 5 clean sheets on the trot. They've got the best defensive record in the league, which, to be fair, most seasons is the case. Luke's teams are very, very good without the ball. They draw you into playing a game you don't want to play. They're very hard to play against, always have been. And, it's an art in itself. People talk about teams that play football the right way, etc. I think it's hard enough just to create a cohesive team that are all on the same page, and Luke does that season in, season out.
How much confidence do you think we can take, obviously, from the last 3 wins?
Of course, wins, like I said before, the lads should feel confident because they've won 3 games on the trot. But we won 3 games on the trot against teams down the bottom who are struggling, fighting for their lives, who have probably conceded 130, 140 goals between them this season. And we've got Boreham Wood, who have conceded next to none, sort of thing, and certainly not over the last 5 games. So it's a different challenge, but it's one hopefully the boys are looking forward to.
Just on the injury front, is there any updates on some of the players that obviously have been missing? Ben Coker, David Davis, and of course Jack Stevens, who we obviously signed last week.
Yeah, so Ben's we've had a sort of bad news then good news. We thought Ben had, on a scan, had a grade 3 tear in his knee, but it's actually only a grade 1, which is miles better. So we saw a consultant yesterday, so that's good news, but he'll be sort of just trying to get that last little bit that's hurting over the line. Digger's been out running. They've just been increasing his load steadily. When somebody's back's out of line and it causes back spasms, you've got to be very, very careful how quickly you try and bring him back into training. So he's been out on the grass loading, but it's a case of stepping it up so that he can hopefully come in the next 10 days back into training. And Jack Stevens was one where he'd had fatigue from having to play probably when he had niggles for Banbury, and he came in with a couple of little tweaks. So he's itching to go. The lad's desperate to get out and train, but we just wanted to make sure we built him up. Otherwise, he trains, he tries too hard, and we end up not getting him out on that pitch where he can show us what he's capable of.
I suppose the question is there the hope that those players might be able to return for the running?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I'm not so sure about Cokes, how long the timescales will be with him, but with Digger, if we don't have any setbacks, it's just a case of getting his match fitness up. And with Jack, he had been playing a lot, so I'd like to think that Jack can come back into training and be very quickly up to speed.
Do you get the feeling amongst the lads in training that the positivity's back and they believe that we can go on a run from now to the end of the season?
Yeah, like I said before, confidence, momentum, belief, trust, results are the things that help you with that. Do I think we've played at our best for 3 games? No. I think we played better and didn't win earlier in the season, but we'll take it. We got a little bit of luck with Scunthorpe's finishing at times on Tuesday night, and we took our chances. So I think the boys are enjoying it a little bit more now, but tomorrow's going to be a really, really, really tough game. We've tried to drill that into them today, all the stuff. They know what Boreham Wood are like. We played them only a month ago, and we had to hang on in there just to get a point at their place. So we know what to expect, and we look forward to it.
Just a very final one. Obviously, the fans have been brilliant behind us these last 3 home games and cheering us on the way, but it's important, isn't it, to have those right behind us again tomorrow?
Yeah, we're messages. We're playing against a very, very good team without the ball, and certainly they'll be looking for 4th spot now if I'm Boreham Wood with the form they're in. They need to stick with us because it will be a tough game. It will be hard to create openings against them because they're defensively so sound, and we're going to have to deal with everything they throw at us, which normally is 40 or 50 times they ask you questions in your own box. So if we can get them things right, we stand a chance.